Later in the programme, we'll be visiting the neighbouring country of Spain, where Sun Kil Moon, the Orient's explosive super flyweight known as Hands of Stone, puts his title on the line. It's a much-awaited return contest, with Moon defending the title against the man he took it from in highly controversial circumstances. Welcome back. The highly rated Korean Sun Kil Moon won the WBC Super Flyweight title, that's the 8 stone 3 pounds division, in a highly controversial decision a year last January. The referee stopped the fight at the end of the 9th round after Moon had been cut over both eyes. The verdict went to the scorecards and the judges gave it to Moon. Well, to cut a long story short, the defending champion, Yaw Konadu, thought that he was robbed. He's from Ghana. Eventually, they managed to fix up a rematch in all places, Zaragoza in Spain. Here it is.
So very much neutral territory anyway for Konadu to try and get his own back, as it were. The Ghanaian camp very upset by that technical decision, and Moon has been known to win like that before, but that's the rules of the game, the WBC rules anyway. If it's an accidental cuts, then they can actually go to points, and we had that of course with Lloyd Hunningham, a big surprise when he lost his championship. Good stand-up boxer Konadu from the Azuma Nelson camp, and began his career in a 10-rounder. Been unusual that. There's been 1 or 2 examples over the years, but shows you how highly he must have been thought of as the now all-African pro champion. But Moon, the Korean good puncher, right back to the Los Angeles Olympics, watching him knock out Britain's John Highlander. He really can dig. This is his 8th championship fight. His only loss to the Thailander twin Kalkor Galaxy. Well, he's got to keep him on the end of that left hand, the Ghanaian Jim, I would have thought, because he really is a strong fella inside Moon.
Yeah, well, the African nations have produced some good stand-up boxers over the last few years, and Konadu seems to be one of those. He moves around well, he works very well off the jab, keeps the jab pumping up. Moon has to get close to be effective. A little bit careless once or twice with his head. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more facial damage in this fight, but at the moment he's not managing to get past Konadu's jab. Konadu moving well, as I say, not really taking too much. I don't know if he can hope to do this for 12 rounds.
First fight went to the 9th round. American referee. Never thought we'd witness a fight between a Korean and a Ghanaian in Spain, Jim, for a world championship. I mean, the game really is changing in every aspect, and a good audience.
See, Moon's leads are falling short. Konadu's making full use of his reach advantage. He's using his feet well to keep himself out of trouble. He really has started at the first round very well, very careful, good concentration. And he's really picked some nice left jabs there, right onto the target. See there again, there's Moon stumbling, Moon finding it difficult to pin him down here.
A lot of good stylists, aren't they, Ghanaian boxers and Kenyans, particularly in the amateurs. You know, one would expect they'd come in, they used to some years ago, most of the African boys were sort of flailing armed punchers. Roy Ankara, I remember, from Ghana doing that. Referee got him well there, Jimmy. It looks as though he might have started a count there.
Yeah, it took a little clip. I don't think it troubled him too much, but he seemed to lose his footing. See, Moon's having to be adventurous and take chances.
So out for the second then. Referee, of course, collecting the judges' cards and handing them to the WBC supervisor.
Some real good left-hand boxing from Konadu here. He just is not allowing Moon to come close. He knows how dangerous he is. See, again there, he was dangerous with his head. He has to charge in to get close. This is not an easy man to box. And Konadu really making full use of the left jab.
There was a time, Jim, when Moon fought for the other version, WBA, Bantamweight Championship. So he's come down in weight. That's a bit unusual, really, as he's going along. He's 27, and to move down in weight, but he still carries the punch with him, though. He really was a great amateur, this fella. He won so much.
Moon's not really boxing well. It's a kind of swing and hope for the best. Again, a little bit dangerous with that head, Reg. I'm surprised the referee hasn't had a word with him. But he just seems to be putting his head down and swinging the punches over. We both know if one of these haymakers lands, then Konadu's going to be in trouble. But not showing a lot of technique. And again, head banging. See, there you go, head again. The referee taking nothing to do with it.
Yeah, no, he's staying out of it, the American referee. It's very bad, really, because certainly Konadu's not going to like that if he gets cut up.
Wouldn't get through with a good solid little right-hand shot then. That seems to have put Konadu right on the defensive. See, I just wonder if Konadu has the strength to keep Moon away for the 12 rounds.
See, he knows how to peg him against the ropes, this Korean. I tell you that. He's a very spiteful body puncher, and you get the impression he's sort of said to Konadu, OK, you had a good opening round, I'll let you get your range finding. If you want to mix it, that's my game.
So Konadu is really throwing kind of arm punches, long winging hooks, whereas Moon's shots are a little bit shorter, and you can see him getting the shoulder and the hip right into the punches.
Yeah, they're only just pecking away with that left hand. They're all right, they're point scoring, but they won't hold Moon off. See how he traps him in the corner. He tries to cut the ring size down Moon. It's a real lovely short right hand punch there. Neutral corner before he takes up the count. The timekeeper started. Gets the mandatory 8 count now.
So Konadu doesn't have the strength, Reg, to keep this man away. I think it's going to be a hard night's work for him.
Yeah, it might only be half a night's work too if he keeps this up, because he really is a tough kid inside there, Moon. Doesn't miss with much. Throws him to the body. When the other fella's bobbing and weaving, see that, Jim? That's what he's clever at. So at the end of that round now, and pleased to get back to the corner. And in this replay, we're almost in there with them. Now, what a peach of a right-hand punch. And out for round 3 then. So the reigning champion, Sun Kil Moon of Korea, now taken over this fight entirely. Ghanaian looked pretty good in the opening round, but doesn't look as though he carries enough weight in his punches to keep this little tiger of a man off.
I think Moon has been intent in just intimidating this fellow right from the start. He's just bored straight into him, kept his head in his face, and already Konadu seems a little bit disheartened. He's not trying to move, he's just standing in the rope, swaying around. He's not throwing much back, Reg. It doesn't look like this is going to go much further. Konadu already seems to have accepted that Moon's the better man.
Boy, keep him on the rope, so he should try and get off, but he's just pumping those punches in there. He's decided to try and get on his bike a little bit, but Moon does stop him from doing that, and he puts the brakes on him.
So Konadu looks as though he's been through 9 or 10 hard rounds, and I think he's just been intimidated and bullied right from the start. He had a good first round, but from the start of the second, Moon has taken over, and he's just far too strong for him, Reg. This is not going to go on much longer.
No, that's impossible. I mean, it's well, not all over bar the shouting. In boxing, anything can happen. One punch can change it, but this fella doesn't dig hard enough, Konadu, to stop this fella. I mean, he just couldn't get the Korean off. I've seen a lot of Moon. We were tabloided, Jim. You could call it Moon shining at the moment, couldn't you? I mean, it's just a one-way. He's got to do something better than this, Konadu. Look, I'm surprised he's allowing himself there.
I'm actually surprised that Moon, been pinning a man so long in the corner with his power, he should be getting better results here. But he seems to be pawing a little bit with his punches now. He should be stepping back, giving himself a bit of punching room. I mean, Konadu has stopped moving, so Moon with his experience should step back, make a little bit of room to get some power into those shots. It's been a crude performance from Moon. He hasn't stopped punching, certainly exciting. But see here now, this is what he should be doing, stepping back. See there again, he leans in with that head, Reg. I think he really, half a dozen times the referee should have been speaking to him about that.
I like the way the referee almost leans in with his head there, Jimmy. He's trying to get more than a close-up view. It's as though he's primed to go in and stop it, really. That's what he's doing, the ref.
I just think it's because Moon's punches don't have the quality we usually see from him. That's the reason this fellow's still standing there. But he has them pinned in the corner for almost the complete round here. But he hasn't really shaken him badly.
He nearly shoved him off there, the referee. They weren't too pleased about that, the corner men. And he just heard the bell, and there it is, the replay, Jim. I mean, he just don't know where to go from there. He should find a way up. Only had an exit in the ropes. He should take that somewhere.
But not very accurate punches from Moon, Reg.
And out for the 4. What do you know about this? He's gone straight back to the corner again at the start of this round. As though, well, this is my bit of land, you better come and get it. Look, it's crazy.
I don't understand what's going through Konadu's mind at the moment. He knows he can't win with these tactics. He's the better boxer, the better mover. He's just standing there. It's although he's resigned himself to the fact that he's not winning any titles tonight. The fact that he just walks over into a corner and stands there, he must have lost all his desire, Reg.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Moon, I'm not really impressed with the punches that Moon's throwing here. Very crude. He's not stepping back, giving himself a bit of room to get leverage into the punches.
I've got a feeling that those two battles with Calcor Galaxy now just might have taken the edge off him, Jim. I mean, they were wars.
Yeah, but
nonetheless, you can't win much clearer than this, just the same. You're right, he's obviously not looking the champion that we want him to be, because we've seen him sharper than this.
But it's just that Konadu's doing everything that he wants him to do, pinning himself in the ropes, nowhere to move. He should be standing off a little bit and really getting power into the punches. We know he can punch, but it's a crude, a wrestling match. He's not giving himself any room. Yeah, having said that, I don't think it's going to last much longer.
No,
Konadu doesn't want to be there.
He's got to give himself a bit of daylight there, isn't he? Just pull away a half a step. But I don't know how much longer the referee really wants to tolerate this. He's not throwing enough punches back, Konadu. If he just, well, occasionally he does this. That's why the referee's saying, I'm going to try and give him every chance, but not for long. You see, there he is. He keeps getting very close to the action there, taking the chance that he might get clipped with a punch, even the referee.
He's going to have to get him out of there. He's not really offering anything.
Now this is it now. Come on, ref. This is the time to get in, I think.
Now Konadu's head's been held a little bit higher, and Moon beginning to get through with some shots to the head.
Amazing the way he just stayed in that corner from the whole start of the 4th round. Now that must be it, surely. We've seen enough now. That's it. And not before time, really. He could have done it, what, 30 seconds ago, the minimum. This man, Jim, I agree with you. It was a very crude performance, but on the